they last left the Awakened, they found themselves in uncharted territory. It would seem Stephen Cutter had somehow found his way into the lounge, something which has never occurred before. That's all well and fine, but my cast decided to handle this new information in a less than standard fashion.
Was tying me to a chair really necessary?
Thorin, shine the lamp in his face.
This would be much more effective if you move the lamp a little to the right. No, you're right. No, that's too far. No, that's a little too far. Go back. There we go, perfect.
Yes.
Good. Wonderful. Well done, Thorin. Now, how smoothly this interrogation goes depends on how willing you are to cooperate. Do you understand?
That is a basic concept of interrogations, yes.
Oh, so you're familiar with the process then?
A common trope in law enforcement dramas.
Ah, excellent. Well then, we will start with some basic questions, a small warm-up so we can get to know you. Then from there, we will continue, and if needed, the floor will be open for my colleagues to ask whatever they'd like. Are you following?
The sheer frequency with which you ask me if I understand basic concepts indicates you have a very low opinion of my intelligence.
Like I said, it's all part of the process. But if you understand, then let us get straight to it. So, first question. What is your name?
Stephen Cutter.
Okay. Then what is my name?
Well, how could I possibly know that? You never told me.
But you knew my name, and we've never met before.
I'm sorry, and you are?
Huh?
No, your name, please, sir.
Call me Lasagna.
You met all of us
Thorin.
multiple times.
Oh, you're good. I can tell you believe that.
You know what? Fine. I'll entertain you for now. My name is Grace Garden.
A pleasure to meet you, Miss Garden. Mr. Lasagna.
Finally, some recognition.
Look. Anyways, there is a lot to get through here. Now, Stephen Cutter. When were you born?
January 24th, 1924.
Oh, a year after me. So, wait, how old are you now?
20.
So you're telling me that Buzzsaw Man is only a year older than me?
To be fair, age doesn't necessarily mean anything about maturity.
Or Buzzsaw murdering, apparently.
True. Well, continuing. Where do you come from?
Born in England, raised in France. Unfortunately, my French is a little rusty.
France? One second. Let's get all this down.
I'm sorry, did you not have your notebook out to begin with?
Stephen, please observe how thick this notebook is. Believe me, the notes have been there since the very beginning.
Okay.
We'll get to that later. Now then, another simple question. What is your occupation?
I'm an actor.
An actor?
Oh yeah? Have you ever been in a movie?
You mean a moving picture?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Regrettably, no, I only have stage experience.
You know what? This explains far too much. Oh, well, if it's stage experience, I'd assume you're part of a troupe then?
You assumed correctly. I was with the Mockingbird Players.
Okay, alright. And what was your family's opinion on your career path?
I wouldn't know. They gave me up long before then.
Oh?
Be more specific!
Please?
Please.
Well, if you're saying please, then... Well... I never particularly knew why they gave me up, but they did. I was raised by some monks after that happened, an abbey with a French name I will most assuredly mispronounce.
Okay, Lack of parents. You fit right in. Well, now that the standard questions are done, I'll get straight to the point. And I want to reiterate here that honesty is the best policy. On both ends of the table. Got it?
Do you have some reason to believe I will suddenly cease to be honest with you, Miss Garden?
Well, that certainly remains to be seen. So, what was your wish, Stephen?
I'm sorry?
Desire for something out of our reach is what brought us all here, Stephen. And I can only assume you arrived here for the same reason, given we have no evidence to say otherwise. So with that in mind, what did you wish for?
Miss Garden, clearly the way you refer to this wish, it means a lot to you. But I'm afraid it holds no particular significance to me.
I had a feeling that's what you'd say, so let's try another approach. If you didn't make a wish, how did you get here?
I walked?
From where?
I would point, but my hands are currently tied up, and describing it would be rather difficult, given that this is the only landmark for miles.
Out there is nothing but empty space and red string. Are you implying you don't know where you were before that?
I woke up there with no recollection of traveling there, so yes.
Claim of memory loss. Well, that leads straight into my next question. Even if you lack knowledge of where you were before, you are aware of your circumstances here, correct? About the overarching game?
Miss Garden, I have to apologize. I am aware you desire honesty, and I am attempting to deliver. But you are referring to concepts I don't quite grasp.
Oh, really? Okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let me describe it as such. Picture your stage. You're an actor, you're given a role, and you carry it out. Now add some depth to that, and that's the game. And it's a process that we've, as in everybody in the room, have repeated many, many times. Now. Good. So, does that refresh your memory?
No.
Great.
So, you don't remember anything?
That is correct.
Really? Not even the callous words you said to Thorin?
Hey, yeah! Remember when you said I was a bad person in the bathroom and made me cry?
Well, first of all, his name is Mr. Lasagna, but also... Wait, what? That doesn't sound like me at all.
Maybe you could elaborate further, Thorin.
Well, not too long ago, you ran into the bathroom because everyone was arguing, and I wanted to come in and check on you, so I did, and then you were muttering to yourself, not in a weird way, but just like someone who was scared would do, and I asked if you were okay, and we talked for a little bit, and then out of nowhere, you asked me if I remembered you, and I didn't, and then you asked me if I thought you were a good person, and then you went on to say that I was a bad person, that nobody liked me, and that working for Murder God was made me a bad person, and that no one else liked me.
It's okay.
Well...
But yeah, you did it, you big stupid head!
Well, that is
Stupid head.
quite the elaborate tale you've woven, Mr. Lasagna, but I'm sorry, it's just... I can't think of what my motivation would be to do that. The only reason I could see anyone being mean to this child here would be if the story was stuck in a loop and it needed a push to move forward.
The push! You sawed me in half at a haunted house!
Miss, I don't know if you've noticed, but you are clearly fully intact.
Yes, I'm okay now. But you sawed me before, but then I popped back in here, and poof, I got better thanks to whatever crazy Lovecraft BS the literal god of murder has going on around here.
Right. So, just to be clear, you don't remember Murder God or any of this eldritch whatever is going on.
So there's someone with the name literally Murder God? This is a terrible script. Who came up with this? It's thematically a mess.
Hey, I just got here, man.
Oh, so did I. Did they tie you up too? Is this a hazing ritual?
No.
No. Look, here's the reality of the situation. Hopefully, it's the last fucking time I have to describe it. Essentially, we all made a wish to the devil, right? Sold our souls for something in return. A lot of us had something we wanted. A lot of different fucking stories. It's complicated. Now we're playing games where we kill each other repeatedly to sate our not God's hunger for it, and there's a lot of more complicated shit to it, but that's where we are. That's the basics.
Okay. That sounds like a lot. I just got here.
Okay. My apologies, Stephen, but that part I understand. In terms of everything else, I'm failing to understand the confusion here, because even despite your memory loss, you do realize there are 9 witnesses against you, right? One of whom has a very damning testimony, which certainly puts your honesty into question. Unless you want to accuse him of lying, Thorin can be difficult sometimes, but he has no reason to lie.
Hey!
There is the possibility that neither of us are lying.
What?
I throw myself into the characters I portray. Often I get lost in them. In order to come back down to reality after a performance as someone else, I forget most, if not all, of a performance soon after I do it. Otherwise, it's unlikely to be Stephen who goes to bed that night.
You? What? No, that's not... I'm not believing that. You'd have had to remember to say what you said to Thorin in the first place.
Miss Garden, I just explained this. Are we going to be going in circles like this for the rest of your interrogation?
Fine, we'll continue. We're almost done anyways. Next question. Are you affiliated at all, even if you just know them by name, with the Black Stars?
We are back to you throwing out terms I know nothing about and expecting deep insight, Miss Garden.
It's a yes or no question, Stephen.
Does I know nothing about not imply no strongly enough? I apologize.
I'm not the one making a song and dance about it here.
Making a song and dance would be rather difficult considering I am tied to a chair.
Fair. Well, now that we've established that, this question should be simple enough. Who is Dr. McGillicuddy?
I beg your pardon?
Who is Dr. McGillicuddy?
No, I heard you. It's just a matter of... Do you know this man? Or are you assuming I do, because you do not?
We all know him. He's a associate of ours who's gone missing. If you need a description, white hair, circular glasses, lab coat, a man of science, as he always said.
I see. So, something along the lines of... Nurse! Come quickly! The patient is undergoing a bad medical thing, and we must cure him with our machines! I'm sorry, Mr. Lasagna. Normally in this acting exercise I would be given much more description. I don't know if my scene partner here is just unfamiliar, or needs more practice, or what.
Right, no,
Wow.
listen! It's okay, Thorin. Right, look. I understand you supposedly can't remember me, or any of us, but understand what we've experienced with you means I'm forced to have a prejudgment of you, whether you think it's fair or not.
Whether or not anyone thinks it's fair is irrelevant, Miss Garden, because I believe you truly do not care.
No, actually, I don't. Because I would be more than content to believe that you have memory loss. And if you do, fine, we can work from there. But the fact that you just revealed to me that you're an actor, well, we've all dabbled in the art before, in one way or another. We all know actors wear masks. Figuratively, of course. So now I have to wonder if you're wearing one right now.
If I may turn the questioning around, Miss Garden, I have to wonder if there is truly anything I could say that would make you believe me, seeming as set as you are even before all of this started, in your conclusion.
Well, I'm open to changing my mind down the line, though perhaps I won't be swayed so much by what you say, but rather what you do from here on out. Presuming that our host will allow you to stay, of course.
So in the meantime, I am to be tied to a chair, automatically deemed the villain until I can prove myself innocent, which, considering nothing I say will work, is an impossible task, considering my options on what to do are quite limited in this position. All the while under threat from you and your host. I have several critiques of this plan of action, Miss Garden, although I very much doubt you intend to listen.
I'm listening to you right now, Stephen. Though I will defend myself in part and say you're tied to a chair out of precaution. That was a group decision.
Not really unanimous, but...
I'm sorry, but how much of this was Grace's decision versus ours, exactly? Not everyone is into violent interrogations.
Was going this far even all that necessary? To be honest, it seems a mad excessive, actually.
Yeah, look, I'm all for making sure you don't hurt us, but Grace, don't you have handcuffs or something?
Look, sorry for tying you up, but I didn't really care what makes everyone feel better. Alright? Every time something new happens here, I'm usually the guy who gets fucked up from it.
Yeah, whether or not we like you, you have been a threat several times. This is a little justified. You, as yourself, killed Vincent in one go.
Okay, fine. It was a trio decision then. It was a group execution.
Yeah.
Well, so much for honesty from your side of the table, Miss Garden. Your actions speak louder than your words. You simply seek a scapegoat to paint as a violent killer. Despite the fact that you clearly live and breathe and have apparently killed each other multiple times, yet have no problems with that except when I'm doing it?
Oh, the killing I can look over, surprising as that sounds. Because you're right. But dropping your mask and insulting the child doesn't paint you in a good light. If you wanted me to trust you, maybe you should have brushed up on your bad acting.
I happen to be a fantastic actor, Miss Garden. You, on the other hand, I doubt your skills, and dare say I would make a better detective than you. I've already got a read on you, why you're doing all this, and it's certainly not to get answers or justice.
Enlighten me.
Of everyone in this room, 5 of you clearly have more physical strength than I do. Easily enough to ensure that I would not be able to leave here willingly, and yet, you resort to the stereotypical tied to a chair, light shown in the face approach. Need I remind you, I came here willingly. I would have happily engaged in conversation, but before you asked one question, you resorted to force. You resorted to getting directly in my face to gather information, basic information, that any good detective would have already picked up on, but you, instead, are learning for the first time. No good investigator makes accusations based on a quarter of the evidence, which leads to 2 conclusions. 1, you are simply a bad investigator, which is entirely likely, but look at everyone gathered around you, with their snide comments, with their stare-downs. None of them would be necessary in a true investigation. You've already arrived at your conclusion. Any information you get is irrelevant to you. What you want is to show off how smart you are, how much power you have in this situation that no one else does. What you want is to be proven right. What you want is validation from all of them that you were smarter than them this whole time. Am I correct, Miss Garden?
Don't speak for me. What I want is to know who you really are, Stephen Cutter.
As I said, Miss Garden, I'm an actor. I can tell when people don't 100% believe in what they say.
I do believe in what I say. The good thing is that during this entire interrogation, and despite your memory loss, I can still see you're the same person I've met countless times before. Well-spoken and polite. Right up until you're pushed, and then it's deflection after deflection. So, rather than throwing your distaste at me, perhaps I can set your mind at ease. This does seem like we're singling you out, but I promised you honesty, and you should know you're not the only person on our radar. There are 2 others. 3 if you count a certain anomaly we're still trying to trace. You, however, are the first one who's turned up at the doorstep. Literally. There is a greater game at play here, and we need to find the doctor. Anything you do or say from here can help us more than you realize.
I am truly sorry that this missing doctor of yours has driven you to such desperation. At the same time, however, I have had little idea what you've been talking about. Whether it be this doctor, this game you refer to, these... what did you call them again? The Black Stars? Whatever these ideas you hold to be so significant are. I will say it again, whether or not you believe it. I am an actor. My performances got rave reviews, yet I barely remember doing them half the time. And if you believe a man like me is your best lead, then I do not know what to tell you.
This is a cycle we've all gone through too many times to count. You don't need to know what to tell us, because at the end of the day, we can read between the lines.
Well, that was a threat.
It doesn't need to be a threat, Stephen. Just as Grace said, we have seen you act nice and then drop your mask to snap back at someone, and you're doing that again right now, whether in malice or self-defense.
Okay, hold on. To what extent are we gonna hold him to that? A group of people that he seems to have never met has jumped him, tied him to a chair, and proceeded to question him with things that he may not even know. If anything, he could have just been playing this role in these games. These are times that don't make sense to what our usual formula has been. If anything, because the doctor isn't awake, who's to say that Stephen isn't either? What if his masks are just that? Masks. Like the ones we wore.
Well, Ezra, if he is a sleeper, consider that the last time a sleeper was walking around the lounge, he threw Vinny through a table.
I'm sorry. I don't know, it seems that this method isn't working.
Never mind that. That wasn't the sleeper's fault anyhow, must I remind you? He was just scared. It's obvious that this isn't going to work. He clearly doesn't remember the times that he acted in these roles, playing the parts someone else wants him to play. It isn't unreasonable to assume that he might be a soul trapped in the void, that he might even be mind-controlled. Perhaps he is a pawn for someone larger, and we are just abusing him for answers we cannot get. This is just cruel.
While that's true, so is making Mr. Lasagna cry like he did. We don't know how the masks work, and all the stuff surrounding all the cuts makes it even more confusing as to how the masks work. Maybe we should ask him questions, but maybe lose the chair, Grace?
Fine! If it will stop the debate on the chair and keep us focused, we'll lose the bloody chair!
Alright, so... I don't know where these other fuckers went. We gotta get moving, so... Why is Stephen Cutter here and tied to a chair?
Oh, well, hey, Lottie, first of all, you see he just kind of showed up, waltzed right up to the lounge and knocked on the front fucking door.
So you tied him to a chair?
It was Grace's idea.
Again, not a unanimous decision.
Not the best one either. Sorry, Grace.
Yeah? You don't say! Let him go, Jesus!
Okay, in fairness, we were just about to.
Oh, hello! Are you the host? Apparently you're here to either kick me out or murder me, according to Miss Garden.
I mean, we're not in a game right now, so no.
Oh, so that's another thing Miss Garden was not honest about. I see.
Okay, back up. Let's back up. Hello, Stephen. Should I say good to see you? This is fairly abnormal, to say the least. So everyone's telling me you just showed up?
This is a very repetitive script, but that is correct.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, I assume you fuckers already asked.
Yes!
Great, give me your notes.
Yeah, wait, no, hey!
He's an actor.
You were in the middle of untying me, please?
Right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I got you.
gotcha. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, right there.
All right. Hey, listen. Sorry about our friend here. She's very. What's the nice way to say? Driven.
Yeah, no, it's just that every time we remember seeing you, trouble followed shortly after, and sometimes that trouble would get a little physical. So I'm sorry, in my hand and holding you back. It's just a safety precaution, but I'm sorry all the same.
Greatly sorry about that, Mr. Cutter.
My deepest regrets to you, Stephen, for our companion's rudeness.
Well, I suppose that leaves at least some of us at a blank slate. I appreciate those of you who actually apologized.
You know what? That's completely fair.
Yep.
Blank slate is right. Huh. This is a hell of an interrogation. And I've got some questions of my own. But I'd say we've spent enough time here in the lounge. Well, seeing how you seem to be a new player in my games, and you've been a model player thus far, how about we try a game?
Again with the unfamiliar terminology, but I would be willing. Is this a sort of icebreaker exercise?
In a sense. I'd say it's the best kind of icebreaker. And what sort of icebreaker were we doing? Why, a dating show, of course. I've been holding on to a stab at love with Murder God for some time, so it's either this season or never. Besides, my relationships with the Awakened have been tempestuous as of late, so this seemed like a good way to get a bit of affection back into my life. Plus, I'd have an excuse to flirt with Vinny again. And if I could get a few plot hooks for Steven's backstory while I was at it, great! The show was a hit, if I do say so myself. The Awakened wowed me with their introductions, then stomped it out with me on a familiar dance floor. After that, we took some time out in the hot tub, where I barely managed to keep my cool when Valencia absolutely nailed her answers. Unfortunately, this show was already scripted into editing, so I had to off my dear Valencia to pave the way for Junior, Ezra, and Steven to serenade me with careless murder. Finally, it was just me, Vinny, and Steven in the final mystery date questionnaire, which I thought for sure would yield me some answers. Would you look at that? I have 2 contestants remaining! Wow! Well, I guess it's time for the classic. It's time for questions from behind the mystery wall.
What, you didn't like my nephew's vibe?
No, I didn't. Anyway!
This is nice.
Alright, boys, so here we are in the final round. I'll be sitting pretty over here behind the wall, and I'll be asking some final questions before I make my choice. So, bachelor number 1.
That's me!
I like somebody with connections. Tell me about the people in your life who matter to you. Family members, or lovers. Bonus points if it's kind of backstory.
Let's see. Family? Oh my god. You know what family reminds me of? Like, I know the best place in town for brunch, and like sometimes there's like a family reunion, and we get brunch, and it's really nice.
Interesting. Alright, bachelor number 2!
Why am I even bachelor number 2? You know who I am. You know it's already me.
If we were making whoopee, what sort of noises would you make?
Excuse me?
Come on, you gotta make some noise. You're not gonna... Okay, fine.
I'm not gonna make any fucking noises.
Disappointing. Alright, well, bachelor number 1. Tell me about your home life. Where do you come from? Any thoughts, feelings, or details that may perhaps weave well into a narrative?
Okay, so like at home, I like staying in with like a glass of wine and a DVD, but like when I'm not at home, I like traveling, and like my craziest traveling story, I went to France.
You just went to France.
Yeah.
Okay! Bachelor number 2! Are you more of a dog person or a cat person? And sidebar, if we were to say adopt some sort of horrifying eldritch horror with like with a mess of tentacles, would you be okay with that?
well, dog person all the way, but house cats are nice because they don't fuck with you. As for the horrible abomination of tentacles and God knows what else, I don't know. I'd have to see it.
Oh boy, you're gonna have to meet my pet later then. It's gonna be great.
Oh god.
Okay, Bachelor number 1. I've discovered over the course of eons, as much as I love some back and forth, there's a lot of value in a skilled player. So if you were, say, a complete stranger coming in off the street to play in a murder mystery game, how willing would you be to play by the rules?
Oh my god, I love watching murder mysteries. They're so funny, and like, I love laughing. Like, I try to see the best in every situation.
Great. Thanks.
You're so funny.
Okay, Bachelor number 2. Okay, so I know you're a father, so clearly you like kids. How would you feel about, would you say that if you were some sort of god overtaking the universe and you had like someone at your side, would you say, basically what I'm saying is, you know, say the entire universe were under my control, they would basically also be your kids. Would that be okay with you, or is that like too much for like a human?
Like, the entire universe?
Yeah.
Well, pretty much everyone I come across, minus maybe very little people I seem to parent anyway.
Wait, you are like a teen dad. Oh man, look at you go.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, so, Bachelor number 1! Say we never met before, and I was running a play, and you just kind of waltzed in unannounced, but I decided to just let it slide because I was short-handed and you were a more cooperative actor than some asshole in a lab coat. Would you be willing to lend a hand in this situation, which may seem weirdly familiar to you?
Oh my god. Are you like inviting me to do a group project? Oh my god. That's like so cool. We could like write up a group project paper together, but like if you're writing like don't even talk to me if you don't know the difference between your and your. That's like my biggest pet peeve of all time.
I mean, that's one of mine, so I guess you're not entirely off base with that. Okay, whatever. God, you know what? Okay, Bachelor number 2, buddy, I get it. You're pretending to not know what's going on. I get it. You're an actor. You treat each of these games like a new play. I get it. Ha ha ha. Where are you getting your scripts?
Quick question, did you just ask that to Bachelor number 2?
No. I'm asking you.
You're so funny.
We're just asking you questions, Bachelor number 1.
Okay, but like, I swear to God, I heard number 2, and like, that's super weird. Actually, Bachelor number 2, like, where are you getting your scripts?
Well, you see, Bachelor number 1, who I totally don't know at all, I don't have any scripts. This is all improv.
Like, oh my goodness. You're like a pilot and you're super good at improv? Like, wow, that's so amazing.
Yep, I am clearly just the full package. Kill me now.
You know what? That can be arranged. Fine. Fuck it. You know what? Okay, I can see that we're not getting anywhere. Fine. Okay. You know what? Vinny? Meet me later. Steven! Wow, you won a ski trip! Congratulations! You won a stab at love with Murder God! Congrats!
Wow, this is so nice.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, I thought we'd get more out of this. Thank you, audience. I thought we'd get more out of it. Okay, you know what? It's fine. We're gonna go to the ski lodge. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything is gonna be just fucking fine. I'm as surprised as you all probably are. In previous games, Steven's been the perfect player, so I thought for sure he'd be cooperative. But for whatever reason, this whole scenario had him acting like a complete himbo. It was like the interrogation in the lounge never even happened. And fucking then, when I started up scenario 2 with a relaxing little ski trip, once again, he was a completely different person. I was frustrated, to say the least. so I took some time to cool off. And apparently I wasn't the only one who needed some space.
Super weird, like, so all of a sudden Doc's gone and David Tennant here is here in his place.
Are you all seriously still pretending to care?
Whoa. Grace, we're trying to figure this out too. Just calm down.
Calm down. Calm down! What do you even know about this, Ezra? You only just got here!
Yeah, and apparently, I only knew a bit less than everyone else.
Guys, please, do we really have to do this now?
Yes! We do! Because if any of you had actually cared enough, maybe you would have learned a lot more and we wouldn't be in this situation.
Grace, what are you talking about? We do care. I care because I want this figured out just as much, and because I want to help my friend as well.
I apologize, Grace, but the mystery behind the doctor's life was not something I thought necessary to pry into. When I have spent time with him, he wanted his space to be respected, so I respected that for him. Why wouldn't you have done the same? Besides, I quite simply couldn't have been invested in some of the other finer details of the situation because there have been some rather troubling circumstances regarding my health recently, and I'm trying to recover rather than endanger what little strength I have left.
I'm sorry. I was going through a lot of stuff, and I couldn't, and I didn't know, and I didn't know.
Hey, Grace, maybe we should just...
No, Junior. We're having this out now, because honestly, who cared? Go on! Who seriously cared about what was happening around him? You know what? Junior, you did care, absolutely! Tommy, we've been invested since the beginning, and I haven't thanked you at all for it, and I'm thanking you now for caring. I really am. And Thorin, fucking Thorin was more interested than the rest of you ever were!
Hey, whoa, that is not, hey, okay, that's not fair. We talked about this, Grace. People do things in their own way. You can't just say that none of these people cared at all just because they're going about it in a different way than you have been.
A different how? By ignoring Steven until he showed up in the lounge?
Okay.
No, I'm right. You all treated him and the rest like background characters. At least I tried to talk to him. And all of them. I took the fucking notes on them. If Murder God never said they were important, you would have kept ignoring them.
You know, Grace, with all due respect, some of us were offering to support you. But you kind of decided it would be better for us to decided it would be best for you to take the thing on your own. If you had just asked, it would have helped.
Well, I'm sorry! There were other people to wake up and I was letting you get on with it. It's not like every time I did try to help you, I was always doing something wrong or I needed to give them space. At least with Steven, I was actually getting stuff done. But no, apparently now you're all sticking your nose in it. I'm messing up again. And don't give me that we would have helped crap. You're only all helping now because it's convenient to you.
All right. Grace, friend, you're saying a lot of stuff you don't mean. Let's just sit down and have a drink and talk.
Oh, do not, Vincent. How can you, of all people, be so nonchalant about this? Because guess what? I'm not you. I don't stare down the bottom of a glass to fix my issues.
Oh, okay, Grace. Enough. We can be worried and calm at the same time. It's literally the only way anything gets done around here. So please, sit the fuck down, because I'm trying really hard not to lose my patience.
I'm saying it how it is. You're not trying to calm me down. You're trying to shut me up like you always do because you don't want to hear that you all couldn't have cared less about this situation until now. Sure, fine. I don't know what's happening with Steven. I'm fucking up probably, but at least I tried to find out because I just wanted the doctor to get his answers, and you're only caring and asking questions now because she told you to!
And snap. Okay. Cool, okay, we doing this? We want to call things like it is, Grace? Alright, Grace, let's call things like it is. You don't have a single inkling of what the fuck you are talking about. For all your goddamn notes and papers and bullshit, you never once actually paid any form of fucking attention to the man. You know who did? You know who did? While you all were fucking interrogating him, trying to find every ounce of knowledge that the man clearly didn't fucking know. You know who was there for the guy? Who literally was always fucking there for the guy, sitting right next to him in the bar, having a goddamn drink, staying there when he told you to go away. I didn't leave despite being told not to because he needed it. Fucking me. I didn't get upset when he told me to fuck off. I didn't sigh and go, yeah, sure, I guess if that's what you want. Because I know what he was doing. The same exact shit that I did when I wanted to fucking die. So who the fuck are you to accuse anyone about caring? We all care. We're all freaking out. A lot's fucking happening. Get the fuck over it.
Sorry. I'm sorry, Grace. I'm sorry. It's all my fault.
I must go after her. I apologize for leaving, but you two sort this out.
And this has gotten too awkward. I'm gonna go find that hot tub now.
You know, maybe you and Doc aren't as different as I thought you were. I'm gonna go check up on Thorin. Take care, all.
Percy, wait, Percy, Oh, shit. Well, that didn't go like how I thought it would. Do you feel better, Grace?
I'm feeling far too much.
Well, you had something to get off your chest, and you did. Do you feel better about that, at least? A bit of understanding? Maybe some reassurance?
I guess a part of me is glad it's out there at least.
That's a start. You know, I get it. Keeping everything held in and just kind of exploding once you've started to boil over. I've had my fair share of that. I'm sorry I pulled that out of you. How long have you been holding on to all that, Grace?
I don't even know, Ezra.
Okay, that's my cue. Come here. Is it okay if I take you somewhere that's, not here? I'll even carry you if you would be okay with that.
For sure,
I
yeah.
need to get out of here.
Yeah, get her.
Okay, come here.
We'll talk about this later. Yeah? We're a team. We have to start acting like one. I'll be off then.
Hey, Ezra. Thanks.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Take care of her. I'll be here. Staring down the bottom of my glass to fix my issues.
Well, so much for the power of friendship holding my Awakened together. Fortunately, I'm sure you've all caught on by now that this is a character development episode. And thus began a whole lot of scenes that I have no intention of clipping, so if you're interested beyond the cliff notes, be sure to check out the episode proper. Valencia checked in on Haley after she ran out of the room crying, helping her realize, hey, maybe her depression wasn't actually reflective of reality and everyone doesn't hate her. Meanwhile, Junior talked Grace down, helping her to process the weight of this whole Doc situation and working a little bit more through her peopling skills. That work paid off when she and Haley reunited and hashed things out. Grace apologized for snapping and vented a bit about missing Doc. Haley got a little bit further on her quest to find out that her brain demons don't reflect reality. Imagine people dealing with their emotional baggage on this show. Speaking of emotional baggage, Junior made mac and cheese for Thorin, and the two of them bonded over Fantasia and similar guilt problems. Then Junior ended up chatting with Ezra, who pointed out that, hey, maybe being an orphan created some trauma that Junior's sorting through? Also, Junior had a girl he liked once who speaks French. Neat! Amongst all of this emotional processing, I took a moment to sit down with Vinny and chat about my, minor relapse into violence, which I'm sure is fine, don't worry about it. Vinny was supportive, and I'm not used to being supported. It was nice. But anyway, I guess since Vinny and I are getting closer, Ezra had some unfortunate ideas about us, which was very awkward, but then Vinny turned it around into making Ezra talking about his crush like a champ. Then Ezra hopped into the hot tub to have a little chat with Tommy and Percy about their plans for what happens when they get out of here. Good for them having some positivity on this show. While all of this emotioning was happening, poor Stephen Cutter was just trying to enjoy his ski trip. Unfortunately, he found himself cornered at every turn by the Awakened with all sorts of weird topics. Discussions of buzzsaws, lust demons, incredibly awkward hot tub questions. Yeah, Stephen didn't have a great vacation. And he has my lack of sympathy. But come on, what kind of story would this be if he just had a nice time at the ski lodge? So finally, I cornered him, hoping maybe I could get somewhere with my godly narration skills.
What is wrong with this trip? What did I do to deserve this? I'm going to need so much therapy.
Ah, Stephen! Just the man I wanted to chat with.
Ma'am, I am indecent!
Would you look at that? Now you're not. All nice and dry, and you've got a cozy little flannel. Congratulations.
Oh, well, thank you.
Ah, yes, here we are. Back to you being all polite and agreeable. This is why you were a favorite player of mine, even if I never quite worked out where you came from.
Player?
Right, of course, you don't remember. Fine, I'll work with what I've got. Tell me, what do you remember since we got to this ski lodge?
Why does everyone keep asking me these questions? I just want to enjoy the ski lodge. Is that so wrong?
Okay, that's great, Stephen. I'm glad you just want to enjoy the ski lodge, but I can't keep running scenarios and having you start every time I do. Like, the story needs to progress, you understand? And this is not progress. This is just you wanting to be at the ski lodge.
Ma'am, please. Everyone here, literally everyone here, keeps asking me if I remember anything or if I'm possessed by some sort of lust demon, and I don't know what they're talking about or what they want me to remember. Can any of you at least tell me what I am supposed to be remembering?
Fine. Okay, short version. You're a soul trapped in an ever-shifting dimensional nightmare controlled by me. A terrible eldritch nightmare meant to eventually remove the concept of choice, but that's actually not terribly important to you. Well, actually, it might be important to you, but we should slow down a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds awfully high concept for a ski lodge.
Right, yes, high concept for a ski lodge. That's something an actor would say about a bullshit ski lodge play that you're in, right? So you're an actor in a play with all these other people who have been asking you questions.
Now we are getting intensely meta.
Yeah, that's kind of my thing. The audience loves it. We're 4 seasons in. Chat, say hello to Steven! Anyway, so you're in a play, and the whole point of the play is we have to learn about you and where you came from and your backstory and your hopes and dreams and all that bullshit. And usually this is the part where I start dropping hints and work toward that. However, as you are your own person, I can't just make those out of thin air. I have to work off of, you know, you being a person. So I kinda need a backstory from you, bud.
Okay, that's more helpful. Well, my name's Stephen Cutter. I'm an actor at St. Osborne's Troupe. Go Aussies! I entered one of those contests you see on flyers posted around downtown and on campus because, why not? Didn't ask for my credit card or anything, and then, miraculously, I won, and I am taking a trip at a ski lodge. Which, if I'm being honest, sounded great to start, but now I'm kind of seeing why you shouldn't enter sweepstakes, because everyone was making it weird.
Okay, that's great and all, but a few hours ago you told everyone you were from the 1940s, that you were in a troupe called the Mockingbird Players, and also, you know, everything you just told me right now doesn't apply.
I don't know, none of that sounds right. This is, what, 2021? I'd be 100 or so if that was the case.
Oh my god, time isn't fucking real here, but god! Where are you even getting this 2021? Actually, where did you get the ski-specific backstory? Who the fuck is directing you? Because I sure as hell am not giving you the scripts!
You're not?
No! Obviously not! Or I wouldn't be asking! Why are you like this?
Miss, I am just trying to work with the given circumstances here.
Are you fucking kidding me? I am trying to help you! Sort of. You're trapped here with everyone else, and the sooner you get your fucking story, the sooner you can befriend everyone else, and hopefully, you can get the stupid magic sword and fucking kill me!
Whoa, ma'am. I understand that life seems hard.
Oh, you have no fucking idea! And you aren't all all of my problems, but you are causing an approximate amount of those problems right now.
I apologize. I will go.
No! You can't fucking leave! I can't fucking leave! None of us can leave! That's part of the problem! God! Everything is out of my control, and I am fucking losing it, and I am so stressed right now!
Have you tried therapy?
There are no therapists in the void!
I see. Well, there are yoga classes in the ski lodge.
You know what? I try very, very hard to not murder people during roleplay scenarios, because that seems kind of rude, and also, I did that a lot in the dating show, and it was way more fun than it should have been, and I'm trying to cut back so I don't lose control, but you are making it very hard!
Okay. Listen, I know you're upset, but you just threatened to murder me, so I should go.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's both go. Let's all go. The ski trip is fucking over. Alright, great. I hope you all got in some good character development here at the lounge. Because, here at the ski lodge, because as far as I'm concerned, God, lounge, you know what? They're all lounges. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Hope you got in character development. Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm trying to pull a story together and I have gotten nothing.
So I was about to say, good performance, everyone, but I take it that it wasn't. Any notes? Anything you think we can improve? We can all go around a circle and talk about one thing we liked and one thing we can work on.
Right. You don't remember any of it. Of course. Of course. Not the dating show, or the ski trip, or the fucking hot tub, or everyone tying you to a chair?
No, the chair I remember quite clearly. That felt like just a few minutes ago. You know what? What is time in here? 2.5, 3 hours, maybe? Time isn't real, is it?
So when I at the ski lodge, so you really don't... Okay. I apologize, Stephen, for reacting so badly when you came in. And yelling about buzzsaws. We got off on the wrong foot. And I am sorry.
I appreciate that. It's very gracious of you, Miss... Oh, I'm sorry. I only know the names of, Miss Garden and Mr. Lasagna.
Huang. Haley Huang.
Well, if we are introducing ourselves, hi, my name's Junior. It's just Junior, no last name.
Are you sure?
No, but that's what we're gonna go with.
Right. Okay. Let's get you up to speed. My name is Vincent Marshall Reed. You may hear it a couple more times in that exact order. Over there is Percy Blackwood, the one in the wheelchair. That's my nephew, Ezra Crane. The lovely Princess Valencia Lynch over here. Right there, skinny one, Tommy Gwendolyn. And this little tyke is Thorin Blue.
So he's not Mr. Lasagna.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
No, sir. Just Thorn. But he's Mr. Lasagna in our hearts, and that's what matters.
See, this man gets it. Also, I'm sorry for acting bad too.
Great. We're all caught up on names now. I really wish I got my fellow actors' names earlier, but I understand that the script has a multitude of other issues.
So, wait, you really don't remember anything from after we left the lounge?
Well, based on what you all are saying, we did in fact leave the lounge at some point. I just remember a finger snap and then it was end of scene.
So, how are you feeling now?
And why do you care, Miss Garden?
Well, given what you said, I just thought,
Okay. Ezra, can you ask him about what was it like for you when you first joined the troupe? You know, with it was a little hard. You know, anything like that would be a typical Void-esque issue.
There was a lot of glitching.
Yeah.
It was just when I first got here, I didn't really remember much of myself, and then I picked up the pieces along the way. But when it came to the glitching, unlike anything that's ever happened to me before. It's kind of hard to explain. Like a freezer burn sensation? You can feel the pieces detach and re-stick itself together quickly, but it's almost like you're being rearranged for a minute. It's cold, but it burns. You ever had that happen to you? You know what I mean?
No.
Huh.
Of course. Of course you don't fucking know. Why would you fucking know? You've been popping up in my void uninvited this whole fucking time, and I should have fucking known it was a problem, but I went, gosh, I guess I'll deal with this later, but now it's later, and you don't know what's going on, and I don't think you're glitching. There's no way you're fucking glitching, but I was hoping at the very least I could get some pieces that would help me know where to go, but you've got nothing, and that means I don't have a fucking story, and I don't know what to do.
Alright. Fuck!
Oh, not again.
Well, you better figure out damn quick. It's starting to feel like San Francisco up in here.
Shut up! Just shut up! I am trying.
You don't sound very confident. Okay. I am going to leave before I tear you limb from limb. Well, that was a threat.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. My whole thing for the past, well, forever has been narrating people's stories. It was my job to take those stories and make them make sense, whether it was through the lens of suffering or something, better that one time. But Steven doesn't have a story. How do I narrate when there's no story to tell? If I can't work with my characters, what's left for me? I can't just make something up that goes against everything I stand for. It's clumsy, it's not letting the character speak for himself, and my words by themselves aren't enough because I've never been enough, so well, if the Void wants me to become Fate, the one that decides stories, what else is left? Where do I get my words if they can't come from Steven?